A very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Civics first year class. So we are dealing with chapter 4, political concepts. We have discussed concept law. Today we will discuss concept liberty. What do you mean by liberty? Liberty means freedom. Okay. Liberty means freedom. So today we will discuss questions from topic liberty. The important questions from this topic are LAQ you will get. What do you mean by liberty? What are the safeguards of liberty? See, from this chapter, from political concepts, one LAQ is for sure. So it could be sources of law from topic law or safeguards of liberty from this topic. Okay. So these two LAQs, if you are thorough, definitely you will get one question from these two, either sources of law or safeguards of liberty. In the March paper, you got sources of law. So now you can expect safeguards of liberty, or they can repeat sources of law. Then in short answers, we will discuss characteristics of liberty, and we will also discuss three types of liberty. Okay, we'll discuss characteristics and the types of liberty. And again, in very short answers, you will discuss what is civil liberty, economic liberty, how can we secure economic liberty, what is political liberty, and what is national liberty. So if you see very short answers, it is covering types of liberty. Economic liberty, civil liberty, political liberty. Three types are covered in your very short answers. So if you are thorough with very short answers, you will be able to write this answer. Okay. Mostly the answers, the very short answers are covered in LAQs or in SAQs. So if you are thorough with LAQ and SAQ, you can write VSAQ. Or if you are thorough with the VSAQs, you can at least attempt, one SAQ. Quickly, we'll continue with the question. That is, what do you mean by liberty? And what are the safeguards of liberty? Safeguards. That means, how can we protect our liberty? Okay. So, this safeguards of liberty. And if you remember, in 6th chapter, safeguards of rights you have learned. Okay. 6th chapter, your rights and duty. In that also, you have a question. Safeguards of rights. Then here you have safeguards of liberty, and in chapter democracy, conditions necessary for the success of democracy. So these three questions are similar. If you see the side headings, they are similar. So let us start with liberty. So what is liberty? In simple words, we can say liberty means freedom. Liberty means freedom. Okay, this is the general meaning of the word liberty. Liberty means freedom, but this liberty, it is an essential condition for the development of an individual. For the development of an individual, for the overall personality development of the individual, we need rights. So if we have freedom, we can enjoy our rights. So liberty is an essential condition for the development of the individual. Now this word liberty, it is derived from the Latin word liber. It is derived from the Latin word liber, which means free from restraints. What do you mean by restraints? Restraints means restrictions. Restraints means restrictions. So, what is liberty? Liberty means you are free from restrictions. You don't have any restrictions. Okay. So, word liber, from this word liber, the word liberty has derived. What is the meaning of the word liber? Liber means free from restraints. Liber means free from restraints. So that's what do you mean by restraints again? Restraints means restrictions. Okay, restraints means restrictions. So what is liberty? Now liberty is nothing but freedom, where you don't have restrictions. Okay, when you don't have restrictions, then we say we are enjoying our freedom. So let us see the safeguards of liberty. How can we protect our liberty? See, we should know our freedoms, then only we will be able to protect. So how can we protect? Democratic rule, only in democratic countries. Okay, the liberty of the people are protected. Okay, there is protection to the individual's liberty in democratic country where people elect their representatives. The liberties of the people are protected. How? Through various laws. Okay, through various laws. It is in democratic country, people enjoy rule of law. So this rule of law will create an atmosphere for individuals to enjoy their liberties. What is rule of law? Again, we have discussed this rule of law many a times. I told you what is rule of law. Rule of law means equality before law. Equality before law. That is rule of law. So there is no discrimination among the people or the individuals on the basis of caste, religion, gender, etc. Okay. So when there is rule of law, then people, they enjoy liberties. People enjoy liberty and it is impartial. Everybody, each and every citizen, they enjoy their freedom. Okay. So it is in democratic country, people, they have right. People enjoy the right to change the government. Change the government through public opinion or through ballot, through elections. What do you mean by ballot? Election. So when the government, it acts improperly, if it is, making unnecessary laws, if people are not happy with the government, then people can change the government through elections. Ballots means it is elections. Okay. So it is only in democratic country where there is democratic rule, people elect their representatives, people enjoy the liberty, the freedom to change the government if government acts improperly. Okay, so the first point is we enjoy liberty in democratic countries. So democratic countries are protecting the freedom of the people. Democratic countries are protecting the freedoms of the people. I hope I'm clear with this first point. See, you have learned this safeguards of rights also. They are similar. Next is constitution with fundamental rights. So fundamental rights should be incorporated in the constitution. Okay. So the freedom of the people can be protected. Okay. The constitution, it is the guardian, you can say, or custodian, you can say. It is the custodian of the rights and liberties of the people. So when we are saying that constitution should be incorporated, then the constitution should be a written and rigid constitution. Okay. To protect the freedoms, to protect the liberty and rights of the people, the constitution should be in a written form. If it is written, it is rigid, and there should be, fundamental rights incorporated in the constitution. Okay. So when constitution is written, it is not easy to change. There are some restrictions imposed. It imposes certain restrictions, restraints on the government and the political parties, they cannot amend the constitution as per their interest. The government or the political parties, they cannot change the constitution as per their interest. If constitution is written, it is rigid. Okay, rigid, it is not easy to amend. Okay, amend means change. It is not easy to change an written constitution. So the political parties, they may not be in a position to make the changes as per their interest. So when it is not easy to change and fundamental rights are incorporated in it, the freedom of the people, the liberties of the people are safeguarded. Okay, the liberty of the people is safeguarded if the fundamental rights are included in the constitution, and the constitution should be written and rigid. Okay, if it is an unwritten constitution, then the party in power may amend it as per its interest. Okay, so to protect the freedoms, to protect the rights of the citizens, the constitution should be a written constitution. Okay, next is separation of powers. Okay, so what is separation of powers? Here, the theory of separation of powers says that the powers are divided between the three organs of the government: legislature, executive, and judiciary. They perform different functions, and each organ will check the misuse of powers by the other two organs. So, if legislature is making any law which will, restrict the freedoms of the people, then judiciary can declare those laws as invalid. So, separation of power is also an effective safeguard for individual liberty, because there is a principle of checks and balances. The organs of government, they enjoy powers. Okay, their powers are divided, and each organ will check the misuse of powers by the other two organs. Okay, and it also suggested that the control the concentration of powers, and it will create a favorable, congenial means favorable atmosphere for the protection of the individual's liberty. See, here I'll tell you, the legislature, it makes the laws. So judiciary, it is checking those laws. If those laws are, unnecessary, or it is, if these laws are unnecessary, or if they are not according to the constitution, or it is imposing restrictions on the liberty of the people, then the judiciary has the power to declare those laws as invalid. Okay, so here legislature is making law, but to protect the freedom, the liberty of the people, the judiciary has power to declare those laws as invalid. Okay, that is separation of powers. It is only because of the separation of powers between the organs of the government. Each organ is checking the misuse of power by the other two organs. So, if a unnecessary law is passed by the legislature, which is restricting the freedom of the individuals, then the judiciary can declare those laws as invalid. Next is decentralization of power. The centralization of power, if the powers are at center, then it will lead to despotism. Okay, it will lead to despotism. So, whatever the central government says, each and every individual has to follow. If the powers are divided between the central and the state government and at the local level, then the government will function to for the welfare of the people, and the liberties of the people are safeguarded. Okay, decentralization of powers acts as one of the best safeguards of liberty because the powers are divided at different levels. Okay, so there is decentralization of power. Next is independent judiciary. Now, what do you mean by independent judiciary? The judiciary is not in the control of other two organs. Okay, so judiciary, it acts as the guardian of the constitution. Okay, it acts as the guardian of the constitution, and it is making the government, that is the legislature and executive, accountable, answerable. Here, accountable, the word accountable means answerable. Answerable to the people. Okay, what if government is, making laws which are against the constitution, then they are answerable to the people. Okay, and it is the judiciary which is protecting the rights of the citizens. Fundamental rights of the citizens are protected by the judiciary. If you are not allowed to use your fundamental rights, you can go to court, and court will issue writs. Through writs, W-R-I-T-S. Writs, what do you mean by writs? It is orders. Court will issue writs, that is orders, to protect the rights of the citizens. Okay, and the judges, while delivering the justice, they will try to be fair and impartial. Okay, they won't deliver, justice in any influence. They'll deliver justice to the people in fair and impartial manner, not under the pressure. Okay, so that is independent judiciary. So the independent judiciary, it is protecting the liberties of the people. It is protecting the liberty of the people. So it is also a important safeguards of liberties. Next is economic justice. So it is important for a state to create conditions in which every individual enjoy economic security. That means he should be able to satisfy his basic wants. Government should create a certain atmosphere where each and every individual is able to satisfy his basic wants, basic needs like food, clothes, and shelter. So, if there is, inequalities, okay, if there is inequalities, if there is, a gap between the rich and the poor, then the people may adapt, wrong means to satisfy their wants. So there should be absence of inequalities. There should be absence of economic inequalities. Then only the liberty of the people is safeguarded. So absence of glaring inequalities is a precondition, is an important condition. There should not be economic inequalities. Inequalities means here we are talking about economic inequalities. This economic inequalities, the difference or the gap between the rich and the poor will lead to corruption, will lead to people adapting wrong means to satisfy their wants. So there should be absence of inequalities, then only we can protect our liberty. Next, freedom of press. Press means your newspapers and news channels. So, press is powerful check on despotism, how government is using its power. Okay, so press, that is media, both print and electronic media, it should be free from the control of the government or political parties. The press should be free from the control of the government and political parties. Then only it will be able to, check the despotism, misuse of the powers by the government. And if press is independent, then it will also criticize the actions which are against the liberty of the people. Okay. If government is making any decision or if government is making any law which is against the liberty of the people, then the press, if it is independent, free from the control of the government, then it will criticize the government. Okay, so freedom of press is another important safeguards of liberty. Then next is strong opposition. Okay, so strong opposition, it is one of the important condition for promoting individual liberty. The opposition should be strong. So opposition should act as watchdog of individual liberty. If government is making any law or it is, making any policy which is, restricting the liberty of the individual, then the opposition can use this no confidence motion as the last resort, last option. Okay, to protect the liberties of the individual. Okay, by moving no confidence motion in the legislature, the opposition will protect the liberties of the individual. Once the no confidence motion is passed by the legislature, the government has to resign. The Prime Minister and his ministers have to resign. So they cannot make laws which are hindering or which are restricting the liberties of the individual. So only opposition, a strong opposition, can control the government from making unnecessary laws. So they can pass no confidence motion as the last resort, last option. Next is eternal vigilance. People must be aware of their rights. If you know your rights, then only you can protect your rights. You can protect your liberties. If you don't know, then how will you protect? So people must be aware. People should have awareness about their rights, awareness about their liberties, and they should be ready to sacrifice anything for protecting their rights. Okay. For protecting your rights, you should be ready to sacrifice anything. So the people who are not vigilant, who doesn't know, who are not aware, we can say, people who are not aware enough about their rights, they lose their liberties. Naturally, if you don't know your rights, others will make, take advantage of it, and you will lose, slowly you will lose your freedom. When you don't know your rights, you will lose your freedom. So people should be vigilant, aware about their rights and liberties. It is only through your rights you enjoy liberty. Okay, your rights will help you in enjoying your liberty. So if you are aware of your rights, okay, if you are aware of your rights, then you are, protecting your liberties. The people who are not aware of their rights, they lose their liberties. Okay, so this was safeguards of liberty. I'll just see the side headings once again. Important question for 10 marks. You can expect this question for 10 marks. What are the safeguards of liberty? So, democratic rule, fundamental rights incorporated in the Constitution, separation of powers, decentralization of power, independent judiciary, economic justice, freedom of press, strong opposition, and eternal vigilance. So these are the safeguards of liberty or safeguards of rights, safeguards of liberty. They are similar. Okay, they are similar answers. If you are able to learn one, you can write the other one. Okay, making minor changes in it. So let us move on to short answers. So, characteristics of liberty. Okay, what are the characteristics? That is, what do you mean by characteristics? Features. What are the features of liberty? Liberty is a dynamic concept. When we say dynamic, it is ever changing. It is ever changing concept. Okay, liberty represents presence of favorable conditions. Okay, liberty is presence of favorable conditions and absence of unessential, unwanted, unnecessary limitations. Okay, presence of favorable conditions and absence of unnecessary or unessential limitation. So, liberty, it represents presence of favorable conditions and absence of unnecessary limitations. Okay. So, liberty is always against political oppression, that is dominance. Oppression means, political oppression means political parties dominating, suppressing the, people. Next is imprisonment. So, once a person is in prison, can he enjoy freedom? No. So, there is imprisonment. Liberty is against political oppressions, imprisonment, and slavery. When you are a slave, you don't enjoy liberty. So, liberty is against slavery. Liberty is against imprisonment. So, when for an example, if a person is in prison, can he enjoy liberty? Can he enjoy the freedom? No. So, liberty is against imprisonment and political oppression, dominance. Okay. So, here unlimited liberty leads to freedom of an individual. It is leads to freedom of an individual to whatever he wants or he likes. Okay. Unlimited liberty, it will give a freedom to an individual to do whatever he likes. Okay. And unlimited authority, if a person has got unlimited authority, then that person will enjoy or he will become dominant. So, unlimited authority, it leads to oppression. It leads to oppressions. Okay. So, liberty, it should not be unlimited. Here, what are we trying to say here? The liberty, it should not be unlimited. If it is unlimited, then it will give the individual freedom to do whatever he likes. And if the authority is unlimited, for example, the person who is in power, if he has got unlimited authority, then definitely he will try to dominate others. So, unlimited liberty, it leads to freedom of an individual to do whatever he likes. So, liberty should have, here we can say that liberty should have some limitations. And now, next is, it is not enjoyed by an individual alone. You cannot enjoy liberty alone. Okay, you need a company for it. In isolation, you cannot enjoy liberty. So it is not enjoyed by an individual alone. And if you have liberty, then you will be able to recognize your own creative skills. If you have liberty, then only you will be able to know, you will be able to recognize your own creative skills. Okay, what is your abilities? You will recognize only when you have freedom to do what you want to do, what you like to do. If you have that freedom, then you will recognize your own abilities, your own skills. Okay, so these are the characteristics of liberty. Okay, another important questions for 5 marks. Next is, define liberty and describe any 3 types of liberty. Describe any 3 types of liberty. So we have discussed now what is liberty. The word liberty, it is derived from the Latin word liber, which means free from restrictions. And it is an essential condition. If you don't have liberty, you cannot develop your personality. Okay, for the development of an individual, he should have freedom. Okay, for example, if you are trying to do something for the first time, if you are set free, okay, if nobody is instructing you, if you are doing it by yourself, no doubt you may, not do it perfectly, but you will learn from it. You will develop your personality. So liberty is an essential condition for the development of an individual's personality. So liberty, it means freedom. Okay. For example, if I want to learn cooking, for example, if I want to learn cooking, if nobody is instructing me, nobody is watching me, I'm doing it by myself. For the first time, I may not do it perfectly, but I will learn it by myself because nobody is controlling me, nobody is instructing me. So slowly I'll develop the skill. Okay. So liberty, it is essential for the development of the personality of an individual. Now coming to the definitions. In this question, they asked you to define liberty. So what are the definitions of liberty? See, here I am explaining you 2 definitions. Even one definition is enough. You can write any one of these 2 definitions. So the first one is given by H.J. Lusky. H.J. Lusky, he says that liberty is eager maintenance of that atmosphere in which men have opportunities to be their best self. So what is liberty? Liberty is nothing but it should be an atmosphere. It should be an atmosphere in which an individual should have the opportunity to give his best, to be his or her best. Okay, so liberty is nothing but creating an atmosphere, having an atmosphere in which an individual will get an opportunity. Individual will have an opportunity to be his best. That is liberty. That is freedom. Okay. For example, if a teacher is going to a class and she has been instructed that you should teach like this, you should do like this, like that, she may not give her 100%. If she is set free to teach as she likes, then definitely she will give her best. So liberty is nothing but it is creating an atmosphere where an individual can have the opportunity to give his best. Okay, that is the definition given by H.J. Lusky. And what is the definition given by J.R. Seeley? He says that liberty is opposite of over-government. What do you mean by over-government? Too much of control, too many laws will, take your liberty from you. If there are too many laws that people have to follow, then where will they enjoy liberty? Will they have any freedom? No. So, according to J.R. Seeley, liberty is opposite of over-government. A very simple definition, easy to remember. Liberty is opposite of over-government. If you have too many laws, you cannot enjoy liberty. So that is, when you have less laws, you enjoy liberty. So it is opposite of over-government. So coming to the types of liberty, let us discuss various types of liberty. The first one is natural liberty. Okay. Natural liberty means liberty without restriction. There are no restrictions. This type of liberty was enjoyed by the early man in the state of nature. Okay. See, for example, when the states were not formed, when people used to move from one place to another, okay, they enjoyed natural liberty. They used to pluck, fruits from the trees. They used to enjoy nature. Okay, but now natural liberty is not found. If you pluck a fruit from the tree, the watchman, the gardener will come running after you. Yes or no? You cannot, pluck the fruits from the trees of others' gardens. But natural liberty was enjoyed by the early men. They had no restrictions. They enjoyed it without any restrictions. So in present day society, we don't find this natural liberty. We don't enjoy this natural liberty. You cannot go wherever you want. Okay, there are restrictions imposed. So that is natural liberty, which is enjoyed in the state of nature. It was enjoyed by the early man. Okay, before the formation of state and society, people enjoyed natural liberty. We don't find this in present day society. Next is civil liberty. Civil liberty is a liberty which you enjoy in your day-to-day life. Now, this civil liberty, it replaced natural liberty. Civil liberty replaced natural liberty. Civil liberty is nothing but the liberty, the freedom which you enjoy in your day-to-day life. What are you going to wear? What are you going to eat? You choose it. You have a choice. Okay. So you enjoy this in your day-to-day life. So the civil liberty is also known as personal liberty. Civil liberty is also known as personal liberty. So this civil liberty gives us the freedom of movement. You can go wherever you want. Freedom of thought and freedom of choice in daily life. Okay. You can form your own opinions. You have freedom of thought. You have freedom of movement. You have freedom of choice in your day-to-day life. In daily life, you have choice. You can choose what are you going to do on a particular day. It is your choice. Okay. So that is also known as personal liberty. Civil liberty is also known as personal liberty. And this personal liberty is essential to lead a happy and honorable life. To lead a happy life. See, if you have a choice, okay, you're not, instructed by anybody. You are living your life on your own terms. Then you will be happy. Okay, so for enjoying your life, for a happy life, you need civil liberty. Civil liberty is essential. Next is economic liberty. What is economic liberty? Economic, again, it deals with money. Why do we need money? To satisfy our wants. So economic liberty means right to earn your livelihood. Okay, right to earn your livelihood is known as economic liberty. If you have economic liberty, then you are free from hunger. You can satisfy your hunger. You are able to earn, so you are free from unemployment, right? So economic liberty, it ensures freedom from hunger and unemployment. Unemployed means, again, you are working, you have a right to work. This economic liberty, it guarantees right to work. When you are working, you are paid for your work. So there is a provision of minimum wages. And each individual has got opportunity to earn his livelihood. There are equal opportunities. So your political liberty. What is political liberty? Political liberty is nothing but freedom to participate in political activities. Okay, so political liberty is nothing but it is freedom to participate in political activities. So when there is no economic equality, economic liberty, when there is no economic liberty, your political liberty is meaningless. Okay, when you are unable to satisfy your hunger, okay, when you are unemployed, you will not show any interest in the political activities. You will not have interest in political activities also. So if there is no economic liberty, then your political liberty is meaningless. Okay. I hope I'm clear with this question. Types of liberty. First was natural liberty, which we enjoy in the state of nature. Okay. Then we have civil liberty, which replaces your natural liberty. Civil liberty is your liberty in your day-to-day life. You have freedom of choice in your daily life. Then we have economic liberty, which means right to earn your livelihood. So this economic liberty, it ensures freedom from hunger, unemployment, okay, and it guarantees right to work, minimum wages, and this economic liberty is the most important form of liberty. If you have economic liberty, then you can enjoy all other liberties. This political liberty, it is meaningless without economic liberty. I hope I'm clear till here. Let us move to very short answers. Again, very short answers. What is civil liberty? Civil liberty is also known as personal liberty. Civil liberty is also known as personal liberty, your personal freedom, to whom you are going to meet, what are you going to do, what are you going to wear, eat in your day-to-day life. It is your choice. Okay, so it is freedom given to individual in their daily life. So what is civil liberty? It is the freedom given to the individual in their daily life. And we enjoy civil liberty through civil rights. Okay, liberties are enjoyed through your rights. If you have rights, then you will enjoy liberty. So civil rights like right to life. You can live your life on your own terms. Then right to speech and expression. You have freedom to criticize, or you have freedom to appreciate. Then you have right to religion. All these rights, okay, are civil rights, and they are enjoyed by men. Okay, so we say that Civil liberty is enjoyed through civil rights. Civil liberty is enjoyed through civil rights. Okay. Next is, what is economic liberty? Economic liberty means right to earn your livelihood. Okay, right to earn your livelihood. So when you are able to earn your livelihood, you are free from hunger and unemployment. You are free from hunger and unemployment. So right to work, when you have work, you earn money, you earn wages, and you satisfy your wants. So right to work, provision of minimum wage, all these things ensure economic liberty. It ensures economic liberty. When you are able to earn minimum wage and satisfy your day-to-day needs or wants, then it means that you are enjoying economic liberty. Whatever I am earning, I am free to spend the money as I like. Okay, so that is economic liberty. Now, so what are the measures for securing economic liberty? How can we secure, how can we achieve, okay, economic liberty? So it is not possible to achieve complete economic liberty. Cannot achieve it completely, but we can achieve it to some extent. How? By reducing the gap between rich and the poor. Okay, and providing equal opportunities to earn livelihood to all. When each and every individual gets an opportunity to earn his livelihood, okay, then each and every individual gets the opportunity to earn his livelihood, then we can achieve economic liberty. Okay, we can reduce the gap between the rich and the poor. So what is political liberty? What is political liberty? Now, just now I told you, political liberty means freedom to participate in political or government activities. Okay, freedom to participate in government activities. It is only in democracy, in democratic countries, people enjoy political liberty. In democratic countries, people enjoy political liberties. How? Through their political rights. Through political rights, people enjoy political liberty. So what are political rights? Right to vote, right to contest in the elections, right to criticize the government, right to hold public office. All these are the political rights. Through these rights, you participate in the government activities. You participate in the government activities. So political liberty, it can be enjoyed through political rights. And in democracy, in democratic countries, people enjoy political rights. I hope I'm clear with this. You can write any 3 kinds of rights for 5 marks. You can write political liberty, economic liberty, natural liberty, okay, civil liberty, any 3. Okay, then the next one is, what do you know about national liberty? See here, when we say liberty, it means freedom. Liberty means freedom, right? So what do you mean by national liberty here? Freedom from foreign rule. Okay, independence of a country or a state is called as national liberty. See, national liberty means independence of the state from the foreign control. Okay, independence of the state from the foreign control. From word itself, you can understand. Okay, when we are saying national liberty, National means we are talking about a nation. Liberty means freedom. So when a country is free, when it is not controlled by the foreign countries, right? So it is independence. So national liberty means independence of the state. Then a state can provide liberties to people only when it enjoys national liberty. When a country is independent, then only the people of that country can enjoy liberty. Okay, if a country is under foreign rule, then the people are also under the control of the foreign government. People won't enjoy liberties there. So people will enjoy liberties only when there is national liberty. Like India got its national liberty in 1947. India became a independent state. It got its liberty, freedom in 1947. I hope I'm clear with this topic. Liberty, simple, just keep in your mind when we just see what different types of liberties I'll write on the board once. The first one is natural liberty. Natural liberty was enjoyed by the man in the state of nature. In the state of nature. Okay. People enjoyed natural liberty. When you enjoyed the nature, okay, when you had no restrictions, that was natural liberty. But we don't find this natural liberty now. Now, this natural liberty is replaced by civil liberty. Natural liberty, it is replaced by civil liberty. So, what is civil liberty? Your freedom in day-to-day life. Freedom in day-to-day life. Where you have choice. Okay, where you have choice. The next is economic liberty. Economic liberty. What is economic liberty? Economic liberty, it is freedom to earn your livelihood. Freedom to earn your livelihood. So when you are able to earn your livelihood, you are free from hunger, you are free from unemployment. Okay. When you are employed, it means you are earning minimum wage to satisfy your day-to-day needs. So that is economic liberty. The next is political liberty. Political liberty. Now, what is political liberty? Freedom to participate. Freedom to participate in political activities. Political activities. So it is in democratic countries, people enjoy political rights. Through these political rights, they participate in political activities and they enjoy political liberty. So what are political rights we enjoy? Right to vote, right to contest in election, right to criticize the government, right to hold public office. Through all these rights, through all these political rights, we enjoy political liberty. And the next is national liberty. National liberty. So what is national liberty? It is independence of a state. Independence of a state. That is, we can in bracket, you can say it is free from foreign control. So that is national liberty. That is national liberty. So India, it became independent in 1947. So it got its national liberty in 1947. Just understand the side headings. Whichever answer you are learning, whatever you are learning, try to understand the meaning of the side headings, then explain it. Okay, so you should know the side headings. So now instead of 3 types of liberty, we have discussed 5 types of liberty, right? So any 3 you can write in exam. Sometimes they ask you 4 types of liberty. Sometimes you will get a question for 10 marks. Define liberty, explain its kinds. So you can write all 5. Okay. I hope I'm clear with this topic, liberty. In this, the important question, the most important question for 10 marks is safeguards of liberty. Okay, safeguards of liberty. Along with this, sources of law. If you are learning these 2 answers in this chapter, you will get 1 question for sure in your exam. Okay. So we have covered 2 concepts, 2 political concepts. One is law and another is liberty. So next concept is equality. After that, it is justice, and the last concept will be power and authority. So I'll conclude my session here. In tomorrow's class, we will discuss equality, its kinds. Okay, we'll try